Hello students, today I am teaching to you the subject of science, class 8 students, chapter 6, combustion and flame. In this chapter, we will study what is meant by combustion and what do you mean by flame. Simply, in simple words, we can say that combustion means burning, means something is burnt, and if anything is burnt in presence of air, it provides heat and light and along with some waste materials. So we can say that combustion means it is a chemical process in which a substance reacts with the oxygen which is taken from the air and it gives heat and light. The light which is given off during combustion of any substance it is in the form of flame, or we can say that it is glowing. For example, if we burn a wood, it producing a flame means light, but when charcoal burns by producing light in the form of glow, the substance which can be combusted is called combustible substance, and the combustible substance we can also call it a fuel, because a fuel always provide energy for us. So if we burn a wood, it will also provide heat and light and energy for us. Some other examples of combustion are, for example, magnesium. If we burn the magnesium, means burning means combustion of magnesium. If we burn a magnesium river, as you see in the last chapter, it starts burning and it produces light with flash, and it combines with oxygen which is obtained from the air and form magnesium oxide, and during this process heat and light are liberated. The combustion of magnesium can be expressed in a chemical way, as you see in the book. Magnesium react with oxygen which is obtained from the air. It forms magnesium oxide, and it is a combustible substance. So we also call it is used as a fuel for producing heat and light. Another example is combustion of charcoal. It is mainly made up of carbon atom, and if we burn this charcoal, it combines with oxygen, form carbon dioxide, and a lot of heat is liberated during its burning. So here chemically we can written as carbon react with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide, heat and light is liberated during the reaction. From both the example So combustion of charcoal and magnesium we leads to a conclusion that oxygen is necessary for burning the substance. So we can say that oxygen is a supporter for combustion of a substance. So this is because air contains oxygen. So also we can say that air is also a supporter of combustion because air consists of oxygen as well as some other molecules. Respiration is a kind of slow combustion of food. Respiration is a kind of slow combustion of food which takes place in the body to produce heat energy. During the respiration, the digested food which contains glucose is broken down by the reaction with oxygen in the body cells and it produces carbon dioxide, water and energy, and this energy is utilized by our body. So we need food for the surviving. The process of rusting of iron is also an example of slow combustion because during rusting there is liberates very little heat but no light. In case of sun, heat and light are produced due to nuclear reaction. So there is also combustion takes place when the sun produces heat and light. And in nuclear reaction, hydrogen is converted into helium with the release of heat and light. So on the basis of combustion property, we can classify substances. The substances who can be burned are called combustible substances, or the substances which cannot be burned are called non-combustible substances. So on the basis of their combustion property of substances, there are two types of substances: combustible substances and non-combustible substances. Those substances which can burn are called combustible substances. For example, cooking gas means LPG, CNG, kerosene oil, wood, charcoal, coal, petrol, diesel, alcohol, matchstick, etc. And these substances are also called a fuel because they provide heat and energy. And those substances which do not burn are called non-combustible substances. For example, soil, sand, water, iron nails, glass, stone, these are non-combustible substances because they do not burn and they do not provide any type of heat and energy for us. The another topic is what are the conditions necessary for combustion of a substance. So first condition is there must be the presence of oxygen because oxygen work as a supporter for combusting a substance, and the substance which can be combusted must be of combustible nature. Otherwise, whether the air present for the combustion but the substance is of non-combustible in nature, they cannot be burned easily. So The priority for combusting or conditions necessary for combusting a substance, there must be the presence of a combustible substance is necessary, because a substance which can burn easily if it is combustible in nature, and the air which consists oxygen in it, it is also work as a supporter for combusting of the combustible substance. So the presence of a air for supporting the combustion of a substance is also necessary condition for the combustion of a substance. And heating the combustible substance to its ignition temperature. What is ignition temperature? Ignition means, you can say, starting temperature. Means what are the temperature which is required, and it is the lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire and starts burning. It is called ignition temperature. And in case of paper, if we burn a piece of paper, there must be at least a temperature of 233 degrees Celsius is required for catching fire and starts burning of a piece of paper. So there is very necessary point that the ignition temperature of a substance must be lower, so we can easily provide this amount of energy or heat to the combustible substance. So let us discuss one by one necessary condition which is required for combusting a substance. So start from combustible substance. Combustible substance means the presence of combustible substance is necessary for combusting of a substance take place. And the combustible substances are like wood, clothes, books, etc. These are combustible in nature and they actually catches the fire easily. So substances must be combustible in nature. Next topic is supporter of combustion. Supporter of combustion means something is required for burning of a substance and this is necessary for its combustion. And as we study that oxygen is very necessary condition for combusting a substance. So a supporter of combustion like air is necessary for combustion take place. Next topic is ignition temperature. Ignition temperature means, as I said just before, it is the lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire and starts burning. And if you take the example of burning of a piece of paper, it requires at least 233 degrees Celsius temperature so that it may catch fire and starts burning. Otherwise, the substance cannot catch fire if the temperature is lower than its ignition temperature.